Yeah, so this week we're going to be discussing inside centers, the number 12s. So please, feel free to let rip in the comments. We like it, we appreciate it, and we always try and answer both of us. We try and answer your remarks there. It's refreshing, like you said, to get some real informed feedback as well. It's not people just spouting off. People actually know what they're talking
That's
about.
right.
And before we continue, please remember to hit that subscribe button. We're aiming to get to 20,000 subscribers by the end of June, and your help's always appreciated. So, Andre, as always, we keep adapting. Talked about the comments, and we're going to do things again a little bit differently this week. Last week, we tried a bit of an experiment, splitting it into two parts. And this week, we're going to be combining everything into one part, and we're going to be discussing the criteria with the help of your video clips and stuff while we're discussing the players. And probably one of the players will be the gold standard, and we can measure them against that. Just tell me what you're thinking about that was.
Well, I think it's a case of show, don't tell. We'd like to give some visuals and be able to compare that within the same video, obviously. So this week we're looking at the 12 position. Now, in a Springbok context, a lot of players and a lot of positions are very important, but I think the 12 position comes with a very specific responsibility. And the first of which is you want an enforcer type player in there. You want someone who dominates in contact, who's aggressive and really physical. You want him to be the engine of your attack because he's creating so much on the attack, be it line breaks, tackle breaks, getting the offload away, putting in an attacking kick. So it's in that regard, it's a big responsibility for that player. And then on the defense, obviously, he acts more like a guardian, where your 13 is your defense general. Your 12 is more like a guardian. He has to look after his forwards on the inside, ensure that they don't get beaten on their outside. But he also has to push early to go and adapt and fix what maybe the wings or the 13s have missed. If they've missed a shot on the outside, he needs to go and adapt and cover behind. So he's a defensive organizer and a disruptor in that regard. And then we're going to look at rugby IQ again. In the 12 position, it's an important trait, but I think less important than the 13 position, especially defensively. 12s get into a position where they need to decide to give the pressure pass or hold it, where to put the attacking kick on defense. Do they stick or hold? Do they go in behind the 13 or do they close up with him? In the contact situation, do they counter ruck or do they get out and become part of the line? So those are the four pieces of criteria that we'll use.
The one thing that we're not discussing or not including this week is work rate. And we decided to not include work rates, but simply for the reason that any Springbok has to have a 10 out of 10 work rate, a 10, 100% work rate. So, to just week after week give everybody 100% for work rate is sort of counterproductive almost. And we thought rugby IQ might be a little bit more weighty, more important.
Yeah, for sure. And I think with the type of team dynamic that's going on with the Springboks, if you don't have work rate, if you're not a genuine workhorse, your battle rate's going to go down and you're not going to get a jersey. And the players know that. So if we had to do work rate for the players tonight, they'd all be full marks anyway.